folks, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In this video, we will be discussing a current affair topic presented to you by a faculty, Sushma KP. So what is the topic that we will be discussing today? The Manipur crisis and 5 key issues that will be seen during your PM Modi's visit to Manipur. See, since the 27-month-long ethnic conflict between the Meiteis and Kuki people in Manipur, which has started since your May 2023. As of now, a president's rule has been imposed in Manipur, and the opposition has constantly been criticizing the government as to that the Prime Minister has not visited Manipur since the violence erupted. But now the Prime Minister is visiting. This is of a very historical, meaning historical. He is directly going to meet the displaced people. The communities here involved, the ethnic communities, are your Meiteis, who are the valley people, and Kukizos, who are the hill people. Because of this ethnic conflict, it has led to over death of more than 250 people, and more than 50,000 people have been displaced. And as of now, they are living in your relief camps. There are more than 26 relief camps, and for this, the displacement, if you see, majority of the community zones are Kukis have been displaced from Impal, Meiteis from More, and especially from your border areas. So initially what they thought was, let's try to bring the resettlement. Okay, especially the Chief Secretary had planned that we will bring out a phased resettlement plan where we will try to bring the people back to their houses. And if you see in here also, there were multiple other issues with respect to people trying to go to where the majority was. Now, for example, where your hill people are in majority, your valley people were skeptical to go there. Where your valley people are in majority, your hill people were skeptical to go there. So this issue was there. The second issue with respect to the free movement regime. See, first and foremost, before we enter into the free movement regime with relation to Myanmar, one more thing is the free movement within the state. The valley and the hill districts are cut off from each other, so much so that the in-between zones are heavily guarded by your security personnel, which were called as your buffer zones. Which means Meiteis are trapped in the valleys, they have no access to highways. Your Kuki people are blocked from your amenities, which are all concentrated in Impal, such as your airport and other facilities. So both of them are cut off from each other. So the president's role tried to announce free movement within the state, but this backfired on the very first day itself. So as of now, Kukis are allowed to transit goods, but they are not allowing the travel of the people, and the same reciprocal arrangement is not seen in the Meitei side. Third issue is your dialogue between communities. First and foremost, one of the reasons why we are not able to reach a dialogue between both the communities of your valley people and hill people, that is your Meiteis and Kukizos, are because both of them are heavily armed. The people are heavily armed. Because of this, what is happening? A huge escalation is happening. Meaning, the Meiteis on one side, the Kukizos on another side. Kukizos are claiming we want separate administration. Why we want separate administration? Because they are claiming that there was a partial treatment from the Meiteis. The former chief minister, he was very partial to the Meiteis. Understanding? So much so that one of the first things that they demanded was the resignation of the former chief minister, which was supported by your Meiteis as well as your Kukizoka BJP MLAs. So now this led to what the government, or now in this case, with the let's say announcement of Prime Minister will be visiting Manipur, they have started the approach of SOO, which means suspension of operation with renewed, meaning they are trying to talk separately to the Meitei people and Kuki people, telling that first and foremost you have to respect the territorial integrity of Manipur. Understanding? Here again, Kukizoka demand is that they will want a separate administration, because of what we saw with respect to the former chief minister being partial towards a particular community, in this case Meiteis. Another side is telling no, you have to understand the legitimacy and respect the legitimacy of Manipur. And the fourth issue is with respect to the government formation. Former Chief Minister Biren Singh had resigned, and this also caused a lot of pressure from both sections of your Kukizos and Meiteis, telling that you have to bring back the government, which the president's rule had told, but it has still not yet brought in. Even your valley-based MLAs and your Naga NDA also want restoration of government, but as of now they have not brought in anything. Next is the last issue, that is your border situation with Myanmar. Your Meiteis or the valley people are claiming that the porous border with Myanmar and the incoming of the Chin people is what is disrupting the peace in our state. And especially with the government scraping the free movement regime with Myanmar, which was 16 kilometers of travel without visas, has uprooted one of the feelings from your Naga people and also your Kukizo people, claiming that this is a break of ties between them and the people. So this is obstructing their ethnicity. Understanding? So how this center has announced, see, first thing is we are going to scrape the free movement regime, which was 16 kilometers, they can travel without visas, and also we are going to fence the border. Before we see what the implications are, we have a small announcement from Legacy IAS Academy. If you're someone who wants to kickstart your UPSC civil service preparations, then look no further. You found the right spot with Legacy IAS Academy, which maintains its batch size at strictly 40 members per limit. Why? So as to provide you individualized and personalized guidance alongside one-on-one mentorship, easy access to educators, daily mains answer writing challenge, prelims mock test series, interview mock test panels, holistic current affairs classes, and also your CSAT classes are conducted. Another thing about Legacy IAS Academy is we conduct our classes in both offline as well as online mode. For those of you who are working professionals or students, we also offer weekend courses. For more details, you can check out Legacy IAS Academy website, or you can contact the number given below. For those of you who want to see how the classes work, you can schedule a demo class either online or offline. Now coming back to the topic. Your Kukis and Nagas are opposing, stating that if the free movement regime is scrapped, the cultural and ethnically linked livelihood ties across the borders get severed. As a resistance to the government scraping your free movement regime, your United Naga Council has imposed a temporary trade embargo, or a more of a non-cooperation with the government. Now, as of now, temporarily it is suspended. If you see what are the broader implications, first and foremost it is with respect to the internal security, which is, see, what starts as your ethnic insurgency will eventually lead into internal political conflict, and eventually it will create more of sensitivity in that area. Alongside here, the armed groups are playing even more larger role in trying, and also one more thing is here the people themselves, both the communities are armed. And your president's rule being imposed again affects the balance of your federalism of center-state relations. And main thing that lies in here is rehabilitation and protection of minorities. If you see from foreign policy perspective, India-Myanmar relations are also affected, because as of now Myanmar has entered the 5th year of civil war, which it is going, and also having a spillover effect in India. This also escalated your refugee crisis, and if there is no sustained dialogue mechanism, then we will not see a holistic solution for the violence that is going on. So what can be done? First and foremost, rehabilitation of displaced people and a trust building activity will be the priority. That is what the Prime Minister's agenda is also. And bringing inclusive dialogue by bringing both communities to participate. And this should not be just selective invitations, and also good border management with security and ethnic ties both kept in mind, and a restoration of political process or democratic legitimacy, which will bring about the balance of democracy. With this, we have come to the end of the video. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, share it along with your friends. Thank you.